Hi. Give me a moment. You might be wondering, wait a minute, didn't he die? What's he doing in Tokyo Ocean 3? Why does he have all snakes? What's going on? Well, the truth is, I started recording, at least I thought I started recording, just felt like doing a bit of a meme run, and it turned out I wasn't recording for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, who knows. So here we are. This is the Hydra run. I wanted to take a break from the quest to destroy the White House and just focus on seeing what this game does. And so I'm doing a meme run. I'm only getting snakes, with some exceptions, as you'll see. After losing all that footage, I don't quite have the heart to make all those jokes again, but I'll find a good moment for it. The most important thing is that it's been officially, canonically decided that the currency that you earn in-game will forever be called booty. Hold on, I gotta make sure again that I'm still recording. I'm super paranoid after that. So, this is the music is Viking pirate metal. This is a game where you're in the seas, so pirates, booty, treasure chests. It makes sense, right? So that's what I'm gonna call it from now on, is booty. So I have an anglerfish, and I'll have an elephant in the later stages, because I think that it's fair that if I want this meme run to work, I should aim for 6, at least 6 snake heads. But if I need to have an anglerfish to get rid of stealth, and if I need to blow away jellyfish with an elephant trunk, then that's just what I'm gonna have to do. I'm feeling actually pretty good about this run now, so I figure I will do my best to carry it to its logical conclusion. As for the lost tapes that will never be recovered, not much was missed, just progressing through the stages as normal, and having a good time doing it. I did encounter stealth enemies, and it was just too difficult for me to manage destroying them in time. So I let myself have an anglerfish just to improve the chances of pulling this run out. Also, spacebar skips the shell scene. So there's that. Another thing is that I originally intended for this to be a chicken run, but I couldn't get any chickens for like 4 stages, 5 stages in Mission 1, and so I just decided to make it a snake run instead. I'm gonna not do that, as the electric eel is in the snake family, but I'm not ready to commit to that. I think that one of the most important lessons that I'm gonna learn as I progress in this game, is to not get hit by the projectiles. No, is to not get hit by the centipedes. But to not spend money for something that may seem better in the moment if it doesn't fit the structure of what I'm doing. If I get a snake at first, if I get a claw at first, whatever it is that I'm doing to start off my run. Ooh, man, that has a lot of health. There we go. Get out of here. Whatever it is that I start with, I'm gonna focus on improving that. Oh, give me that health I needed after that dizzying display of ineptitude. Plenty more where that came from. So, goals. I need 5,000 for the next tentacle. I haven't used up any additional lives yet, so I'm not fretting on that. But I am... Ooh! Whew! I'd like to get that next tentacle so that I can start... so that I can add another snake, or at least make room for an elephant trunk. That would actually be better, I think. It's cheap, it's not the best, but I can put it near the anglerfish, and then I'll have the utility of constantly... dead. I'll have the utility of always having my, my less snaky things in the same place. Come on. Oh. Sometimes you gotta just give it distance. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? Maybe. I'll count the next one too, see if that's the same. Dang. I'm losing a lot of health. Oh, that really hurts. I'm losing a lot of health here. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. So those have the same health as the black Air Force Ones. The big ol' heavy carriers. Come on. I'd rather not use... Well, I'm in a good position. I don't want to waste Spike's ability just because I'm at the end of the level. I still want to make sure that I'm making the best decision about this. I think that was pretty good. Whew! And we're good. Again, hate to be the paranoid type, but I just had to double check to make sure that this was still recording. And I verified that it is, so I'm gonna try to relax and just enjoy playing more of Octogeddon, which is my favorite game right now. Okay, Cobra here. King Cobra here. Because if I end up getting rid of one of those, maybe that one right there, that's where the elephant is gonna go, so that I can keep these surrounded by cobras. Just keep on swimming. Keep improving. It is so... I honestly didn't think that the snake run was going to be any good. But it turns out that the consistency of having... having that blind spot for the segments... Oh, where are you? Oh, treasure, that's okay. But it turns out that that consistency makes it a bit easier to plan what you're gonna do. So... I mean, beggars can't have a choice. So, I'm just gonna keep on working my way through. Not gonna get any extra lives. You know, I've had some issues in Tokyo. Trouble in Little Tokyo. But I'm just gonna try to focus on making the most of what I've got. Getting the strongest I can. It's amazing that when you get these upgrades, at first it seems like you'll never need anything more than that. Dang it. A lot of gold, though. It seems like you'll never need anything more than that. But then, as you go on, you start to realize that with the sheer number of enemies that you have to deal with at a given time, you need every bit of damage you can get. There we go. Those guys take 15 hits. I said that in the lost footage, so I figure good time to reiterate. Look at these planes flying at me. Oh no! Little bit of gold. I got my coral back, that's good. I can get another king cobra. So at this point, I want the king cobra. I'm not gonna get the starfish. Jokes aside, I can't find a way to make a starfish into a snake. So I'm just gonna... I've got 3 king cobras now, so I have a much more balanced plate of damage potential. Look at that. Look at that demolish that building. A little bit slower than the T-Rex, but not by a whole lot. So, and the fact that I can distribute that damage a bit better instead of having that specialized piece to deal with all of my melee needs. Look at that. There we go. I'm pretty satisfied. There's a lot of stuff. By the way, those power lines, they zap 3 times, and then it's safe to cross. So, just in case you haven't counted, I have. I'll pretty much end up counting everything I can in this game. I expect to be playing this for a while. So, still doing well. I don't know if there are ways to farm. Maybe the chance of getting gold decreases as you as you go back, or as enemies continue to spawn. But if you were really patient and really trying to make it work, you could certainly sit back and watch enemies spawn and try your best to farm a bunch of gold up. Actually, I'm getting a decent amount. There we go. Ooh boy. The shells are nice. Get my king cobra angled at him. There we go. Halfway through Tokyo 2. Doing pretty good. The boss is just not even really anything to worry about. Gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and got him. I'm feeling pretty good about this. And just brought in... Oh no! I got distracted because I was thinking about McDonald's! No! And just brought in McDonald's. So that's what I'm gonna do after this. But I'm trying to focus less on McDonald's, more on sushi. And, okay. Oh man, that was a pretty lucky break. Closing in on the ends. This is the last building, I think, before the Shell Hotel. Ooh, Getting an appreciable amount of booty. And... well, it's just the coral. If I upgrade to the scallop, then I think it will renew it. So there's a bit of maximizing of this life that I can do by getting that upgrade. I gotta remember to not just put all the responsibility on my King Cobra. Because I've got so many of them that can do this stuff. Got my pufferfish back up. That's gonna be good. Oh no. I mean, that is my third hit. So it's not surprising that I've been hit again, but it is disappointing. Overall, this level has gone pretty well. Getting through Tokyo is a bit of a no-brainer at this point. I'm losing more health, I think, because I have more health to give, but I'm overall not too worried. Nothing to buy, just those 2 cobras left. No elephant yet. Maybe just because it's not anticipating that I'm gonna run into any jellyfish until the next stage. Well, next stage, I guess it would be the one after that. It would be the Mission 5. I'm only on 3. Ooh, man, sometimes it just lines up perfectly. There we go. Look at that little truck. What's he trying to do? He's trying to give me booty. I'm gonna keep saying it until it's a thing. That is, I think, the most faithful to the character of the show. I wish I had used that just a little bit earlier. Could have saved myself that health. Oh, you're too kind. The game is rewarding me for my intraxidence. Alright. Going good. And these little tanks are tough. I mean, I guess a T-Rex deals 12 damage in a single hit. So I was destroying these things. Oh no, and now I'm stunned. I was destroying those little guys in a single hit. I wasn't even thinking about it. And then playing this Hydra run it's very different. I think this is exactly the kind of thing that I needed to get me thinking less about just accessing everything and more about just going with whatever works. Like, I have a clear least favorite. The melee, I haven't had many good things to say about it, but then in this situation, it's just fantastic. I don't know if I'm doing double. Oh boy. I gotta remember to use Spike every single time that he gets close. That is equivalent to maybe a melee strike. I don't know if I'm doing double damage or single damage. It feels pretty double-ish. Okay, I'm glad I escaped there. I'm always hesitant about when I'm gonna run out, but so far playing it safe has been pretty useful. Like, I've got at least one more before I have to run. Actually, it looks like I've got another. It's a game of chicken, really. There is a clear point. No, won't make it in that time. But I can get a puffer hit. I'm gonna watch really closely for the exact point where he does this. But it really is a game of chicken to figure out. Yeah, he's not... Oh, he is gonna do it! Oh! See, here I am thinking I've got it all figured out. And then I get caught. This is a very simple boss. I mean, all of the bosses have been pretty straightforward. But that doesn't necessarily make it a worse mechanic. It just means that the mistakes that you make can be more fundamental. Oh boy. Get me out, get me out, get me out! Yes. Oh. You know, this music is giving me some vibes of Shovel Knight right now. Oh, that was not good. Let me out, please. I am amazed that I didn't lose so much more health than that. But I've got 5,000. Oh no! I got hit? Oh, it must have been the residual of the beam. Because it has to despawn after he gets killed, but if it's like playing through a loop, then it's got to play through that loop first, right? You know, I totally get it. That stinks, though. Alright, what am I destroying? The Imperial Palace. So that's Tokyo. I am well on my way to being done. So, get Volt the eel. Amp is, I want to say Amp, but oh, look at that. It stops the shells, too. So the shells are technically enemies. But Amp is the name of a pet in Insaniquarium, and when he charges up, you can activate that charge, and it will kill every guppy that you own, and that will cause... But it sacrifices your guppies in order to get you diamonds. So the balance of this game is whether or not... I'll take the hit. That's fine. The shells matter a little more. Well, that... I guess if I die here, it's a good chance for me to test out. I was having issues earlier where I kept having to replay as Spike. Oh, there we go. So I kept having to replay as Spike, which didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I'm wondering if dying causes you to not unlock something. Ah, okay. Perfect timing. Buy a tentacle, buy the elephant. I love the scallop. I would love to try to game that. The elephant is showing up for the first time. At least I'm pretty sure the first time. So I have to be wise. Seem to be 14 hits. This elephant is going to be a little weird to get used to, but I think the most important thing is that I don't get preoccupied trying to get rid of enemies, or trying to push back enemies that I could just be killing. There we go. Come on, reveal. The King Cobra destroys those easily. The Cobras, it is a very specific timing to make that work. So, having the elephant is nice. Until I encounter jellyfish, I'm not too worried about utilizing it effectively. But it's good to have, because I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 tentacles now. Which is, I am well on my way to completing the Hydra. Ooh. I was about to activate my pufferfish, so I'm glad I didn't. Gotta de-stealth these guys, what am I thinking? It's the McDonald's on the brain. I'm just so excited. The burger is sitting right next to me and it's tantalizing. But I promise I will not eat it while I am playing this game. I think once I finish off Paris, I'm gonna call it good. And then I'm gonna see if I can't make a good Hydra finale to follow up after I'm well fed and well rested. Okay. That is, I never ended up using the pufferfish until the very end, but I guess that's how it usually goes. Okay. Another king cobra. Excellent. Not interested in the starfish. Pufferfish is just fine. I definitely did not get the black mambo, which I regret, and that's going to be my first purchase. Because if I had the black mambo, then, I mean, that's probably like a several thousand booty upgrade. But if I had that, then I could have some pretty intense damage right now. Feeling pretty good about it, though. I can almost just flail around a bit and leave this to solve problems itself. What is that huge thing coming towards me? Please stop. Please stop. Go away. No? Okay. Thank you, sir. That, I forgot that this is the other tier of enemies. So you've got the tiny ones, you've got the armored ones like the blue ones I just destroyed, you've got the heavy armored ones, which are the black plated ones, and then you've got the super heavy duty ones, like that one that I just encountered. And then you've got bosses, which it seems as though bosses will occasionally, at least from my last run, bosses would show up as... but the centipede boss was showing up as a regular enemy. So, if this has any kind of extra difficulty, then I imagine these bosses are going to show up more frequently. I'm pumped. Feeling good. I'm surprised at how well this snake run turned out, even after not pressing the record button and losing 25 plus minutes of footage. I think it still ended up just fine. I've got enough for the black mambo after I'm done with this. And the scallop! Okay, that's good. So that does immediately refresh what I have. And I've got the 3 hits now, so my effective health is 11, 7 for this life, but 11 overall. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think I even have the 4-hit upgrade. But I'm fairly certain I did not buy the 5-hit upgrade. Okay, I really hope that kills it. Oh, that would have been a horrible waste of my puff. The Hydra is surprisingly immune to the bullets being launched at it, because no matter where I am, I can pretty much guarantee that a shot is going to be able to hit. Oh, that's not so bad. The scallop gets a crack in it, so you've got the small, medium, and large cracks that will result from, well, I guess it would be a small crack, a big crack, and then being destroyed. I love that I could just not even think about it. I could just dodge the bullets and be just fine. But I want to beat him. Oh boy. 1,700 booty. I could get one, if I'm gonna get 500 from this, so I could get one more cobra to fill in that last spot, but I do also need to get that last tentacle. So if that ends up being possible, then I'll do that, which surprisingly I don't think at this point I was even close to having a setup like this. I think that's one of the advantages of not just buying anything that's available. I certainly wouldn't want to get, well, I'll definitely do it eventually, an only frog build, but if it was only frogs, then that would be even cheaper, and hopefully there's an upgrade of some kind to tide me over, because I'm not sure I could do just frogs. That seems like it would be a bit too difficult. Or maybe it would be easy and hilarious. Okay, I am not really worried about this. I'm standing still right now and getting hit. I should be worried, I guess. I just need to make sure that wherever he appears, I've got my cobras on it. There we go. So that when he does come in, he's guaranteed to be hit by something. Get him. Oh, I didn't get him, but, you know, its spike just needs some time in the sun. In the spotlight. Oh, almost. He should come. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's a pattern to how he appears, but Mecha Hexageddon is defeated. And we are... Look at that beautiful Hydra. We are... Oh, and the conch is next. So, if I wanted the conch, that'll depend on how many lives I have, or how good of an idea it would be for me to refresh my shield. Otherwise, I might just try to go for that last tentacle. If I can get that last tentacle, and then win, then I'll have completed my original objective to get 6 snake heads. I think now is as good a time as ever to leave off, and I will see you next time for the exciting conclusion.